The Battle of Montebello was fought on 9 June 1800 near Montebello in Lombardy. Background: Napoleon's capture of Milan on 2 June found the Austrian army separated into 3 major and several minor concentrations. General Michael Melas held Turin with 18,000 men. Feldmarschall-Lieutenant Peter Ott's 16,000 troops remained near Genoa, where they secured the surrender of General of Division André Masséna's starving garrison on 4 June, and FML Anton von Elsnitz with 8,000 soldiers retreated from the Riviera. To the east of Milan, FML Joseph Philip Vukasovic had 4,000 men. South of the Po River, FML Andreas O'Reilly von Ballenlock marched east toward Piacenza with 3,000 men. Strong garrisons manned the fortresses of Alessandria, Coni and Casale. Melas believed he had plenty of time to mass his army and launch a counter-offensive north from Piacenza. General of Division Jean Lannes moved south from Milan with his corps, seizing Pavia on 3 June and being initially repulsed by Piacenza's tiny 400-man garrison. In a series of operations on 6 June, generals of division Joachim Murat and Jean Boudet ferried their troops across the Po to the east of Piacenza while Lannes crossed the Po to the west of the city. Murat then overran Piacenza while Lannes pushed O'Reilly back to the west. These actions placed French forces directly on the main Austrian line of communication between Alessandria and Mantua in the strategic Stradella defile. Meanwhile, Murat captured a set of Austrian dispatches that disclosed that Genoa had fallen. Confronted with a new situation, Napoleon issued orders to press the Austrians. On 7 June, Ott's column was marching north from Genoa. Ott's corps reached Voera at 8 p.m. on 8 June to join O'Reilly. A patrol reported French troops to the east. Ott directed O'Reilly with 6 infantry battalions and 4 cavalry squadrons to defend the village of Casteggio on the main east-west highway. Meanwhile, the French army became overextended. Believing that his enemies could not be in strength, Napoleon sent a note to Lannes. If troops should present themselves between Voera and Stradella, let them be attacked without caution. They have, certainly, fewer than 10,000 men. Lannes planned to continue marching west. This would bring his 8,000 men into contact with Ott's corps of 18,000. Forces. French forces. Lannes Corps, Lannes Division, Watrine 6th Light, 22nd Line, 40th Line, Advance Guard, Minoni 28th Line, Attached Units, 12th Hussars, 2 batteries, Consular Guard Artillery Corps, Victor Division, Chamberlain 24th Light, 43rd Line, 96th Line, Austrian Forces, Ott Division Commanders, Vogelsang, Schellenberg O'Reilly Rieski Infantry Regiment No. 13 Stuart IR No. 18 Splenyi IR No. 51 Jelasik IR No. 53 Joseph Collorder IR No. 57 Otto Kane-Grenz IR No. 2 Ogerliner Grenz IR No. 3 Lockowitz Dragoons No. 10 Nauendorf Hussars No. 8 Archduke Joseph Hussars No. 2. Battle. On the morning of 9 June, the 6th Light Infantry Demi-Brigade belonging to General of Division François Watrine bumped into an Austrian position and immediately attacked. Melas, Chief of Staff General Major Anton von Zach was on the scene and he advised Ott against bringing on a battle. Ott overruled him. Watrine aggressively fed his units into the battle, but found his 3 demi-brigades, 2 batteries and 1 cavalry regiment opposed by a superior force. Ott disposed of 26 infantry battalions and 15 cavalry squadrons, but his 35 cannons caused the French the worst trouble. For 5 hours, the outnumbered French soldiers tried to break the Austrian position. Twice they seized Casteggio, but were driven out by O'Reilly's troops. Attempts to flank the Austrian left were repulsed by the Lockowitz Dragoons and an artillery battery. The 12th Hussars charged repeatedly to keep the French infantry from being overrun by the Austrian dragoons. 9 Austrian battalions defended a hill to the south of the village, while, a short distance to the west, 5 battalions waited in reserve in the village of Montebello. The French received some help when the Consular Guard's 3 field pieces and other units arrived, as Lanner's command neared their breaking point at about 1 p.m. General of Division Jacques-Antoine de Chambolle de Lobespin's division of Claude Perrat Victor's corps arrived on the scene. Victor sent the 43rd Line under General of Brigade Olivier Micou-Rivard de la Raffiniere to attack the enemy right, the 24th Light to assault the Austrian left, and the 96th Line to charge the centre. Despite intense Austrian artillery fire, the combined pressure forced back hot-tired soldiers and convinced that general to order a phased withdrawal. O'Reilly's battalions held Casteggio to the last, and the Rieschi regiment was nearly wiped out. O'Reilly's survivors and the numerous Austrian cavalry covered the retreat. Result: the Austrians reported losing 659 killed, 1,445 wounded and 2,171 captured, as well as 2 field pieces lost. The French claimed only 600 casualties, but a more realistic assessment is that they suffered about 3,000 losses. Yet the Battle of Montebello did not fatally compromise Melis's situation. His strategy to mass his forces and then attack remained sound. On the other hand, Austrian morale suffered a serious relapse, and Melis remained as if hypnotized around Alessandria for the next 5 days without making any significant move, waiting for his troops to complete their concentration. The next engagement would be the decisive Battle of Marengo on the 14th of June. Jean Lannes distinguished himself at this battle, for which he was awarded the victory title of Duc de Montebello in 1808.